Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Matt with TCG. I'm excited about today's video. We're going to be talking a little bit about the market and just the chaos and craziness that is TCGs and specifically Pokemon. Because there's one specific product hiding in the background somewhere that I think is very important for us to keep an eye on, and it teaches us some valuable lessons. So let's go ahead and dive in. First of all, if you don't mind, I really appreciate it if you hit that like button and consider subscribing. We are over 500 subs so far, which is absolutely amazing. My goal obviously right now is 1,000. So anything you can do to help support, that would be lit. Obviously you don't have to. If you dislike the video, hit that dislike button. Let's dive in, y'all. So the one product that I want to talk about is actually right here behind me. It's the TCG Classic collection. Let's look at this thing. This thing is a beast, y'all. It's got some weight to it. It is stinking crazy. This is like a set of just collectible cards, basically reprints from base set. You get all the big three, being Venusaur, Blastoise, and Charizard. They all have their own themed decks, and you get some really fancy like play equipment that you can use while playing the game as well. This thing is crazy, but also this thing is widely hated. It's gotten a lot of shade lately. Let's put it back so you can see it in the background. So the reason why we're talking about the Classic collection today is because over on TCG Player, it's kind of doing some weird stuff. And this is an example of a product that people widely hate. They dog on it all the time. In fact, when it released, it was valued at $400 out the gate. That's what retail was for people. Jumping in, purchasing it. I think there was some hype around it. Honestly, it's kind of right before I jumped back into the hobby. But I got my box at Sam's Club. It was priced right under $200 and then plus tax. So it's paid a little bit over $200 for that box behind us. And honestly, I've always heard, whether it's investing in stocks or investing in the stock market, investing in Pokemon, sealed, all that, you should buy when people hate the product, the thing, when the vibes around the stock market, when the vibes around the Pokemon market are at their lowest or in specific sectors, oftentimes that causes people to not buy in, to panic sell, to drive the price lower, then creating more and more opportunity. Now, of course, it doesn't guarantee that those items are always going to rise, but when it comes to certain things, especially when it comes to Pokemon, I mean, there's never been a booster box that's gone down in value over time because it's a deflationary product. These are all like words and things that we hear in all of the other investing videos. And I want to talk about the Classic collection specifically because just today, so we're talking July 21st, 2025, for anybody watching this in the future. So on July 20th, and today on the 21st, so Sunday and Monday, 2 of these boxes sold at $265. That is interesting, right? Those were confirmed sales on TCG Player. These aren't like best offer sales on eBay or anything like that. This is interesting because this shows a little bit of interest towards the product. Also, it shows that the buyer may not be aware of some other, venues and opportunities there are to buy this at a cheaper rate. So let's look at it. Any kind of investment, any kind of, stock investment, whatever you're doing, if you have something like a 20% return on investment, that is pretty stinking amazing. So let's look at this box that I bought. I bought this about 3 to 4 months ago from Sam's Club for right at around $200. Okay, we're gonna round, just easy math, $200. A box just sold today at $265. Now, does that mean that all the future boxes are going to sell at that much or at that amount? No, it doesn't. But this is just a lesson that we're learning, right? So this product that everyone hates, that's been widely available at your Costco's and your Sam's Clubs for under $200 are now getting confirmed sales in the $260 range. So that means I mentioned a 20% return earlier. That's a 30% return right there if my quick math is correct. And I think it is because we're dealing with easy numbers, right? So where else can you go and get a 60% return on investment in about 3 to 4 months? It's very hard to find that sort of return. But here's what's so crazy about the Pokemon kind of environment right now, the market, is we continue to see these sets come out. If you can buy a set like Destined Rivals, Prismatic Evolutions, even Surging at one point, if you could buy those things at retail, you could snap your fingers and turn turn a $50, a $55 ETB into $100 just by snapping your fingers. That is not realistic. And in fact, if you watch Alpha Investments Rudy's made some recent videos that even says, he goes as far as to say that's not healthy for the hobby. And there needs to be this situation, this moment where there's a reset that kind of flushes out these people that are just trying to get these quick flips. And so I'm not trying to pump this item. I think this serves as a cautionary tale. These two sales on TCG Player really caught my eye, and I kind of wanted to talk about something that people universally dislike right now, just so we can look back and see what this product does in the future. So as I said, this product is available still at Sam's Club for under $200. You know, once tax and everything go in, you're gonna spend a little bit more than $200. But is this a good opportunity? Is this a good product to park your money in? Now, I watch a lot of Dan from Catch 'em All Collectibles, almost got the name wrong. I watch a lot of these people in their content, like Nostalgianomics, Dan from Catch 'em All Collectibles, Rudy from Alpha Investments. And, Dan often says, what's the opportunity cost? And basically what he's talking about there is, yes, I could deploy some capital to buy 5 of these boxes, but what are the other things that I could buy with that same amount of money? And would I get a higher return? Would I be able to roll that over, get a better return, and then reinvest that in a quicker time period than waiting for this box to go up over time? For me, being a business, and my whole goal is churning over product, continuing to roll over profits, buy more product, sell it, repeat. For me right now, I'm not in my investing era. While I do have some sealed collection and pieces that I am sitting on, I myself am a seller. I'm a business, and my goal is to continuously roll over and churn over products so that I can continue to roll over profits and grow my business over time. Now, there may be a time in the future that I'll look back at this one box and maybe it's worth $400 again. Maybe it's worth $500, $600. And will I have that moment where I kick myself and say, dang, I should have bought more? I think that this will be interesting for me to look back at this and say, right now in this moment, I'm going to say very confidently that no, I'm not going to have that regret. Yes, I realize that that's more than likely that's probably realistically what's going to happen is I'm going to look up one day, that box is going to be double or triple what it's worth now or what I purchased it for. And I don't think I'm going to have that moment of kicking myself and saying, oh, I wish I would have bought more, because I know what my goal is. I have outlined where I'm going. I'm not moving the goalpost right now. I am fighting towards my goal. And if for anybody that doesn't know, I think I released a video months ago talking about some of my business goals, and it may have been a short. But right now, my goal is to churn through $10,000 a month of inventory. So that means I'm actively buying $10,000, around an estimate, around $10,000 worth of new product each month and selling through that. And so if you do the quick math, that's $120,000 that I'm rolling over, throughout a year. But if I can consistently do that, consistently make 10 to 25% of my money, I'm going to continuously just roll that over, compound what I'm doing, and it's going to build something really special over time. I'm nowhere close to that 10,000 mark, but I'm closer today than I was 4 months ago when I bought this box. And that's because I remained focused on what my primary goal was. Did I set aside some money to have fun and speculate on it? Yes. I'm not above that, okay? If I see something interesting and I'm like, that could be kind of a play, I'm gonna deploy the capital because I wanna put my money where my mouth is. I think that, some people, if you're watching this and you think reselling, having a Pokemon business, and investing in product is like the basically like evil and people shouldn't do it, then you're in the wrong place because this channel is all about being a Pokemon business and encouraging people to join in and test it out, see whether or not they're interested in selling cards. It's not for everyone. I don't think that everyone needs to be a reseller or a business. I think the Pokemon card hobby is beautiful, it's vast, it's diverse, it's huge, and I think that all of us play a pivotal role in the ecosystem. Whether you're an investor, a reseller business, you're a collector, a rip and shipper, it doesn't matter how you engage and interact with the hobby. If you're engaging with it, you are an integral part of making it what it is, and as amazing as it is. Now, I do want to put a little caveat here that in this current market dynamic, there are people trying to take advantage of the market. We see that everywhere with scalpers and fights happening outside Costco's. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people that are genuinely part of the hobby, whether that's on the selling side, the investing side, or the collecting side. I think it's amazing. You guys keep it up. I'm really happy to be here and play a role in it. It's really amazing. But let me know down in the comments, do you guys like the Classic collection? I think the cards look absolutely amazing. I love the holo pattern on them. I think that they, with them being reprints of basically base set, I think that this thing has a lot of potential that people aren't currently seeing just because it's the it's the favorite product to hate on. We saw that with Shrouded Fable. Look at what's happening with Shrouded Fable. Shrouded is hanging up there with all the other guys. Is doing really well right now. This isn't a set though, okay? This is a specialty product that was released, kind of a premium specialty product, and I think it will have a place in people's collections, and I'm really excited about it. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Help me hit my goals, help us grow the community, and I'll see y'all for the next one. Peace.